Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, October 25th. It's week 5 for the horror marathon binge. Yay! Even though it seems like I went very lackluster this week, I only watched one first time viewing, and it was eh. And I swear, that's been the norm since watching that piece of shit on my first day. I've watched 14 blind buys. That's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I am joined by someone today. It's Maggie! She has invaded my bed. And she's going, what the fuck is that? Hello, Maggie. She's like, yuck. She can't hear. She's completely deaf now, but she's my baby. You're my baby. So, we will get started from everything I've watched last Friday to, yesterday, and like the last 3 days I just basically only watched 2 to 3 films. Just wasn't in the mood. And I was like, well, try to save some for when you're off, because as of 5 a.m. today I am on holidays till November 6th, so I can watch a lot of my movies. So first one last Friday, October 18th, first one I watched was of course Aliens. God, love this movie. Number 118, my favorite, just move this over a little bit, my favorite horror film of 2017 and overall my favorite movie of that year, It. It's going to seem a little bright in here, not just because I have the overhead light on, but the sun is shining. Particularly after a few days of, pissing down rain, which is usually the norm for us in October. I'm just praying to God it doesn't rain Tuesday night, because my mom and I are meeting up with my cousin, and we are going to go to Playland because they have a Fright Nights thing, so I'm looking forward to that. But moving on, number 119, one of my favorite movies, horror films of the last decade, The Woman in Black, with the really cool lenticular cover. And then 120, one of my favorite American remakes, Let Me In. Okay, and then for Saturday, October 19th, watched Session 9. I love this movie, and I'm still mad that our theater didn't get it. So it was one of the movies, one of the trailers shown before Jeepers Creepers, and I was like, oh, I really want it. None of my theaters got it. Not even any in Vancouver got it. I was so pissed. So, 122, I watched Candyman. I'll see how I feel about the remake, reboot, reimagining, but it's Jordan Peele, even though I haven't watched Get Out or Us yet. With him, I have faith it'll be good. I don't think he's directing it, though. Let me know in the comments if he is directing it. I'm pretty sure he isn't. I think he's just a producer and writer on it. Then 123, Resident Evil. I wasn't going to watch this franchise this haul, but then I said, fuck it, I'm just going to watch it. Okay, flip my page. So Sunday, October 20th, 124, a massive childhood favorite. I was, I think, 6 when I saw this. Came out in 87, and I'm a November baby, so of course. But I think everybody's seen this. If you haven't, what the hell's wrong with you? The Monster Squad. You cannot go wrong with the Monster Squad. And then 125, it's a sci-fi horror film, and I do classify it as horror because there's a 9-foot alien that likes to rip the hearts out of people, and it is a very great, it's cheesy, but it's great, Rutger Hauer film. That is split second. And I posted this and everybody went apeshit for the fact that I had a physical copy. I found this at Safeway for $7.99. And people are like, well, it's on eBay. Yeah, I don't think really big people, I don't think the big movie freaks want to spend $25 on $25.99 on the movie and then almost $11 on shipping. That's my opinion anyway. But $7.99. I know there's like a region 3 or 4 Blu-ray. It's on DiabloLeakDVD.com, but it has been sold out for a couple of months, so I don't know if they're gonna get it. But if you love Rutger Hauer, which I do, and you will love this movie. It's cheesy, but I mean, it is awesome. Then 126, I watched The Ring. Fun fact about this one, my mom and I saw it in the theater back in 2002, and we both did not like it. And then years and years and years later, I think up until 2015, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this another shot. I found the steelbook really cheap at, I think, at Walmart or HMV, I can't remember. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this another shot, and I actually enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. So, number 127, I watched Resident Evil Apocalypse, my third to last favorite of the franchise. Like, I do have a list of my favorites, and I mean, the one that's at the bottom, the only rating it got was a 7 out of 10. So, and then ended that night with Sinister, great movie, bypassed the sequel. The sequel was crap. And then for, is it Monday? Yeah, Monday, October 21st, came home from work and actually put on Extinction, which is the lowest on my list, but it's enjoyable. So. And that was 129. And the number 130, I watched The Changeling, which actually was first time viewing in my last one. And I really didn't see what everybody thought was so scary, but I gave it a 7 out of 10, but I really appreciate the film. And Canadian, filmed up my way, up in Vancouver. So 131, it was so funny because I just put this on and then went on Facebook, and Scream Factory announced all the special editions for their upcoming Blu-ray release. And even though I have this on Blu-ray, it's a region B, region 2 one, but I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna get the Scream Factory release of one of the greatest werewolf movies of all time. So, Silver Bullet. So, my mom might get this, because I know she likes this movie too. And ended that day with a double feature. These two made it into my binge marathon last year. Both 6.5 out of 10, and that rating remains, but it's kind of odd because there is a weird charm to these two Hammer films, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. So, and that was number 132 and 133. I watched Tales from the Crypt and the Vault of Horror. And the funny thing about the Vault of Horror, the last story, you have Desmond Elliott, I think that's how you pronounce his first name, who was Marcus Brody in Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and was also, I can't remember if he was the principal or a counselor at the school in Toy Soldiers. I always want to say Toy Story. But, and also in that particular one is Tom Baker, who was the Fourth Doctor. So, yeah, kind of was like on these, but they have a certain Hammer charm to them, which makes me want to keep it. So, and then, is that Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, October 22nd, came home from work and watched Resident Evil Afterlife. This is my second favorite out of the franchise. I just love this one. And then another franchise that I was only going to watch the first movie, and then I said, fuck it, I haven't rewatched the series in a while, so why not? 135, probably my fourth favorite vampire film of all time, Underworld. And then ended that night with 136, a very, very underrated John Carpenter film from 1995, In the Mouth of Madness. I got to see this on VHS with my mom. We both loved it. Then Wednesday, October 23rd, came home and watched Retribution, which is my third favorite. Obviously, the first movie is my favorite, but I like this one, and the ending just was like, whoa. And I love the back there. I think that is so cool. And then number 138, the only first time viewing, and it was which is sad because it's not a low rating. It's a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna keep it. But the fact that I watched the first one last binge and had the same reaction, maybe I should have watched these movies maybe back in the 90s. I would have enjoyed them a little bit more. But now I was like, even the second story, which is the one I've heard the most about, I was like, kind of blah. And that is Creepshow 2. I did overall, I was disappointed, but I'm still going to keep it because of, I don't know. But it was a 7 out of 10, but I was kind of bored by them. But, yeah, do what you do, right? 139 ended that night with Underworld Evolution. And then yesterday, only watched 2 because I went out and I thought we were only going to be out for an hour, hour and a half, and we ended up being out for like 3 to 4 hours. So by the time I got home, I had like an hour before I went to sleep. So I was like, ugh. But now I'm off, so we can binge watch. Number 140, I watched Resident Evil, the final chapter. You know, by the end, it's not the final chapter, but they've already said they're not making anymore. And not even like a few months after this came out, they already said they're gonna reboot it. And I was like, you fucking serious? Can't you like wait 10 years? Oh my god. But yeah, liked some aspects of this, but overall it was disappointing. But it's my fifth favorite, or it's number 5 on the list. And when I ended that day with Underworld Rise of the Lycans, it's okay. I really only watch this when I'm rewatching the franchise. I'm mainly like the ones that Kate Beckinsale is in, because to me, she is the franchise. So, but hey, at least they did a neat thing where they go back and say what started the war and yada yada yada. But I like that aspect, but overall it was an okay movie. So guys, that is it. It's unfortunately kind of it seems like yeah, it is a long video, because my last one was only 8 minutes long. But there we go. That's what I've watched this week for the binge. Tell me in the comments which ones you liked, which ones you don't like, and I'm hoping for the next 6 days till Halloween, yay, that I will get a good portion of my blind buys. I've said that so many times in these videos, but I am determined now that I don't have to work, and particularly now I've been waiting for it. Haunt is on Shudder, and that's one I really want to see. So I gotta pick the ones that I really, really want to watch, and then watch those ones. Let me know in the comments which ones you recommend. I'm not gonna list all of them, but there is like Get Out, Us, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Yes, I have not watched that one. The new Child's Play. What's the one I really want to watch is Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, Happy Death Day, Don't Breathe, Siren, the original House of Wax. There's so many. I'm hoping to get through a bunch of them. So until my next video, which would be next Friday, hopefully I've got a shitload of blind buys watched, because I'm already at 141, so now there's 59 more movies to go. And even if I get to 200, I'll just keep going until midnight, or 11:59 Halloween night. So until that video, guys, I hope you all have a great weekend, watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.